Donald Trump abruptly shut down an interview that he was giving as Iran was retaliating against the United States by striking U.S. interests in Kuwait and Bahrain, following the United States striking Iranian interests in the Strait of Hormuz. Donald Trump rushed out of this interview that he was giving with Kristen Welker of NBC, Meet the Press. The interview was supposed to last at least an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Trump left after 15 minutes. He rushed to Bedminster, where Alina Habba, his former personal lawyer, who was pretending to be a United States attorney from New Jersey for a little bit of time, said, "Welcome home, POTUS," posting these weird videos of Donald Trump landing in Bedminster, while for all purposes, the United States military remains frozen in the Strait of Hormuz, constantly violating the ceasefire with Iran, and then Iran responding by striking American interests in Kuwait and Bahrain, like we saw last night and into this morning. And then Donald Trump is just posting all evening AI images of Iran's navy at the bottom of the Strait of Hormuz. It's just clearly AI videos that he's posting. And then Donald Trump, I guess, soothing his fear, trying to calm himself down by posting "no panicins" with some weird photo from the past of Donald Trump sitting all alone courtside watching Knicks players. Donald Trump claims he's going to be going to the Knicks game, Game 3, which I think all Knicks fans and NBA fans are dreading, although it will certainly be interesting to see Donald Trump get booed as Knicks fans scream "Jeffrey Epstein," or probably have a bunch of other chants they're getting ready to do. Let's just break down what happened. We'll talk about the Iranian retaliatory strikes. We'll talk about Donald Trump abruptly shutting down his interview with NBC. We'll talk about the deranged posts all evening. Let's just go through it step by step. Let's bring out the receipts as we always do here on the MeidasTouch network. So as you know, we reported yesterday afternoon that CENTCOM had posted the following message. CENTCOM forces shot down 4 Iranian one-way attack drones that were launched toward the Strait of Hormuz. The attack drones posed an immediate threat to regional maritime traffic. U.S. forces subsequently struck Iranian coastal surveillance radar sites in Guruk and Qashem Island to defend against further attacks. American forces remain vigilant and postured to respond to unjustified Iranian aggression and self-defense. Then, shortly thereafter, we learned the following. Iran was launching ballistic missiles and drone attacks on U.S. forces and bases in Bahrain, with air raid sirens now activated per Bahrain's Ministry of the Interior. Iran launched major ballistic missile and drone attacks on Kuwait in response to the new U.S. strikes per the Kuwaiti army. Massive explosions were heard all the way to Basra, Iraq, and you can see the smoke rising in Bahrain. You can see the smoke rising in Kuwait, right there by Kuwait City. The United States claimed that Iran did not strike any of the targets it intended and said that it intercepted all of the Iran drones and ballistic missiles. Iran claims that it successfully targeted U.S. interests there. We will get you photos and videos as that becomes available. And after striking American interests in Bahrain and Kuwait, Iran also issued a formal notice through the IRGC to the United States that it will now completely and absolutely close the Strait of Hormuz, and it will not hesitate to ensure that oil prices go up to $200 per barrel. And they say that the U.S. attacks will now make the U.S. fully responsible for the consequences that you are causing to the global oil market right now. So Iran threatening to bring those prices of oil up to $200 per barrel. They truly know what the pain point is right now here in the United States. We'll show you some of the videos that are available right now. Let me share this with you. Air raid sirens continuing to sound across Kuwait amid yet another drone and missile attack by Iran. Let's play this clip. Showing you B-roll here of surface-to-air missiles launched from Patriot batteries that are trying to intercept Iran ballistic missiles over Bahrain. Take a look over here. Several ballistic missile interceptions or attempted interceptions can be seen in the last few minutes over Bahrain. That was last night into the morning. Iran's IRGC says 4 tankers tried leaving Hormuz at 1:30 a.m. One was hit, 2 turned back. At 2 a.m., U.S. drones struck sites at Keshem and Sirak Island. Iran then responded with those missile strikes we're showing you there on Kuwait's Al Ali Salam Air Base and the U.S. 5th Fleet facilities in Bahrain right there. IRGC Public Relations said the following, quote, following the aggression by the child-killing and terrorist American army against Sirak and Keshem Island, the enemy bases in the region were struck by aerospace missiles. CENTCOM claims, as noted, that the 7 ballistic missiles against Bahrain and Kuwait were shot down by CENTCOM. CENTCOM purported to show video footage showing that right there. Let me share with you what they were saying on NBC, how Gabe Gutierrez revealed that Trump's interview with Kristen Welker was cut short abruptly, and then Donald Trump went to Bedminster, where Alina Habba was posting, "Welcome back, POTUS, we're waiting for you." Here, play this clip.
As for that interview, Kristen and the Meet the Press team conducted it here in Wisconsin inside a barn at the request of the White House. There were multiple interruptions when rain repeatedly was hitting the metal roof of the barn. Following those challenges, as well as a back and forth about election integrity where the president disagreed with the questions, President Trump ended the interview about 50 minutes after it began.
Now, after Donald Trump rushed out of the interview, which was kind of a softball interview, in my view, that Donald Trump still thought was too difficult for him, Donald Trump posted the following message. The governor of the great state of Maryland, Wes Moore, has put a halt to all work being done at the Joint Base Andrews Air Force Base concerning the renovations and restoration of their 2 old and dilapidated golf course into 2 world-class Jack Nicklaus designed courses, plus 9 additional holes also designed by Jack, specially adapted for our warriors. What are you talking about? By doing this, the governor is attacking the United States Air Force and our military. Not a smart thing to do. These courses exist. They are terrible. Jack Nicklaus will make them. What kind of deranged stuff is this? What are you talking about? Why should the Air Force and other military personnel be forced to wait through long legal review process, and perhaps even more so, why should they be forced to go long distances to play golf? Why are you sending them on ships where you're not giving them enough food? Why are you deploying them for hundreds of days to go into unlawful wars and catastrophic wars in Iran and never-ending wars in the Middle East? Why do you call our troops suckers and losers? Why do you behave the way you do? Just going back to that Kristen Welker interview for a moment that Donald Trump ran away from. Donald Trump says that we destroyed all of Iran's military, yet he says they have 21 to 22% of their missiles left. Here, play this clip.
I'm so used to it. Look, we have totally destroyed their military. They have some missiles left. They have some drones left.
Do you know how many missiles?
Yes, exactly.
How many?
I don't want to tell you.
Can you give me a ballpark?
But they have some left. No, but I know almost to the number, and we know where they are too. And we know where their drones are, and we know where their drone factories are. Most of the drone factories have been knocked out. Most of the launching pads have been knocked out, and most of the missile manufacturing areas have been knocked out. But they still have capacity. They have some missiles. They have some drones. I would say percentage-wise, maybe 21, 22% of their missiles. It's a lot of missiles. But it's not what it was when we first attacked.
So you're saying they have 21, 22% of their missiles left?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
And then, by the way, I'll show you this one first, where Trump says Iran has not agreed to a U.S. deal because its leaders are strong and proud. That's why there's no deal. Okay, here, play this clip.
President, that Iran is begging to make a deal.
True.
If they are so desperate to make a deal, why haven't they made a deal with you yet?
Because it's a very hard thing for them. They've had great independence. They've dealt with very weak and ineffective leadership on behalf of the United States and other countries, frankly, that that allowed them to get away with murder. And I think they can't believe they're in the situation where they've been virtually decapitated.
But if they're so desperate, Mr. President, why haven't they said yes to the terms you're proposing?
Strong, they're proud. There are things they never thought they'd be doing that they're going to have to do. They've got no choice. And it takes a little while. You know, you're talking about 47 years of getting away with whatever they wanted. I mean, this should have been done long ago.
And I went back to, I'm going to do a video on Iowa in a little bit because Iowa's turning blue, but I saw this video from January 27, 2026. Donald Trump goes to Iowa and he tells the people of Iowa that there is a beautiful American armada floating beautifully toward Iran right now, he says. Listen to how deranged this is. Play this clip.
And by the way, there's another beautiful armada floating beautifully toward Iran right now. So we'll see. I hope they make a deal. I hope they make a deal. They should have made a deal the first time they'd have a country. And
then throughout the night and into the morning, what have they been posting about? Reflecting pool this, reflecting pool that. That's like the main thing. Like the White House and Trump want like a round of applause that they made a reflecting. I don't even know what we don't care about your reflecting pool. Americans want health care. Americans want things to be more affordable. Americans want to be able to pay their rent. What are you talking about health care? We are so back, the White House said on X. This is what state regime media CBS says. We're so back, the White House said, sharing images of water re-entering the newly renovated Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. What are you talking about? What are you doing? And this is what this reflecting pool, post after post after post on that. I know, utterly deranged behavior. Oh, that's what Trump was doing. We'll keep you posted every step of the way. We'll get you updated about Iran striking those targets when we find out and get some additional images there. I'm showing you all the images we have so far. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content, ad-free videos, and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together.